Joe travelled back to the 80s, to the movies he fondly recalled, with Arnie and Tom Cruise and Sly and Bruce Willis before he went bald. Back when the movies were simple and the plots had no deep commentary, just some hero with biceps and witty one-liners shooting on.
Terminator, Terminator 2, Predator, Total Recall. Just a few of Arnie's good films that spring to mind. Terminator 3, End of Days, Junior, Red Heat. These are just a few of Arnie's bad films that spring to mind. Then you've got that strange middle ground where you've got the likes of True Lies, Last Action Hero and Commando, although Commando is so bad that it's actually really good. Now, Arnie's famous for his one-liners. It's what he does. Actually, think about it. It's all he does.
I'll drive.
Can you actually think of a film where he's acted seriously and not come out with a witty one-liner or a pun or something cheesy or a bad joke?
You said that you'd let me go.
I lied.
It was great in the 80s, and it carried on through to the early to mid-90s, a huge success. But then it's like, overnight he became this dinosaur of an actor that nobody cares for anymore, and he just made crap film after crap film. I mean, it started with End of Days, and then the Sixth Day, and then Collateral Damage, which for me is like Commando 2 in a way, which is great, because it's that bad. Now, I received a very strange video transmission recently from a guy who told me that he was living in an underground base to hide away from the imminent impact of Armageddon and Judgment Day and the rise of the machines. So he's begged me to import his video clip into part of this video review on Arnie. Now, I think he's just a fucking hermit living somewhere in his dungeon, no doubt, but I'd like to play along, so here is someone else talking about Arnie films while I just nip off down to the pub for a bit.
Hi there, fellow watchers of Shitcase Cinema. My name is Maggot. I am, as many people would say, quite possibly the biggest film buff on the entire planet. And right now we are talking about the foremost king of cheesy dialogue, that would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And since John travelled back to the 80s to the movies he fondly recalled, I think you can all remember Arnold Schwarzenegger's 80s movies, because they were filled with cheesy dialogue.
I'll be back, Bennett.
John? I'll be ready, John.
Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Of course, the thing about that film was that, you know, Arnie wasn't really the cheesiest on the dialogue. He had to actually fight for that, given that Bennett, the villain, actually had cheesier dialogue than him, which culminated in the legendary line of, "John, I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes, I'm going to shoot you between the balls." However, as far as Arnold Schwarzenegger goes, I don't think that that was the cheesiest dialogue he's ever had. I think that that will always belong to The Running Man.
You cold-blooded bastard!
Yes, based on a Stephen King novel, and even Stephen King has said the only reason the film got made was so that Arnold Schwarzenegger could get the cheesy dialogue going.
One of us is in deep trouble.
With, he had the legendary, "I'll be back." But then, whenever he killed someone, oh, he had something to say about it. First guy he kills, Sub-Zero. Now, Plane Zero.
Here is Sub-Zero! Now, Plane Zero!
And the way he killed him, barbed wire around the neck, he was a real pain in the neck. Of course, one bit that always made me laugh was when he first met Dynamo. Dynamo being covered in lights, and he runs up to him, "Hey, Lighthead! Hey, Christmas tree!"
Hey, Lighthead! Hey, Christmas tree!
But yes, Arnold Schwarzenegger, definitely the king of cheese. I mean, all you had to do If you thought he'd lost that title during the 90s,
Wrong.
check out True Lies. Good film, good script, cheesy dialogue. Why? Because the Austrian oak, Conan the Librarian, had to actually say it, and he makes it all sound cheesy. Speaking of Conan, anybody ever seen Conan the Barbarian? He doesn't speak at all in that practically.
Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women.
What?
And hear the lamentation of their women. And hear the lamentation of their women.
I give up.
And hear the lamentation of their women.
In all fairness, Arnie films are by and large for the guys to watch, but most people generally love the guy for all his flaws. His decision to call it a day at acting was probably a good thing if you think about it, especially after Terminator 3. What the hell went wrong there? Now I'm going to start ranting. Even from the start of the film, when you see John Connor, you're sitting there thinking, who the hell is this gimp? He's not John Connor.
You're John Connor. Drop dead, you asshole!
I mean, the film is so stupid and short, it's got no plot development or character development for that matter. The story's just a rust job, like when you used to do your fucking homework at school the day it was meant to be handed in. I mean, acting-wise, Arnie's probably the most talented person in the film, and the ending is, it's over before you even know it. I mean, it's totally aimed at a younger generation, without a doubt about that. And there's so many cheesy moments throughout the film.
Talk to the hand.
It's just terrible, and it dragged the Terminator franchise through the mud, I have to say.
You're right.
There, Terminator 3 rant over with. Some of these films are so embarrassing. If you've got them in your DVD or VHS collection, you just kind of sweep them under the carpet and pretend that you don't have them.
Oh no!
Or alternatively, when it's a really bad one, you can always throw it away. Let's have a few clips of Arnie in his prime.
That's good. Maybe you could practice in front of a mirror or something.
Let's have a few clips of Arnie starting to lose the plot.
Because I'm going to say, please. What the fuck did I do wrong? See at the party, Richter! You blew my cover!
Now let's have a few clips of Arnie just being shit.
Hey!
Oh, I'm sorry. It just looks so ridiculous.
Well, you told me to show you.
Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
Oh, you just licked me out. Stop that! Stop this! That's not like it! That's beautiful! It's what the body's supposed to look like! I'm gonna say it.
So anyway, 6 Days, another shit film. I mean, look at some of the effects with the helicopters. Didn't these guys have a budget to work with? Maybe they were going for that cheesy 80s look or something. I don't know. I mean, for some reason, this film just reminds me of One Man Force. Has anybody seen that? Well, it's nothing like this film anyway. Whatever. Well, End of Days was up next. Oh no, wait, that was before 6th Day. See, they're so shit you can't even remember when they're made. You remember when the classics are made, but the bad ones, it's like, oh, you don't even want to know. But anyway, End of Days, oh my god, that's bad. Arnie actually tries to act seriously in this one, and it just doesn't work. And it's just terrible. What can you say about it? Just go watch it for yourself. Words can't do it justice. I have to say, the best moment of Arnie acting ever in any film in his entire career, for me, has to be where he slugs the camel in the face. I mean, come on, it's hilarious.